Oh my gosh. 5 minutes late. Oh, this is terrible. Nothing in the history of the world has ever been worse. There's nothing we can do about it. It just happens. Teams, still the same. Same as always. Or same as game 2 of week 1. Still just the Diddy Kong Dixie Kong trade. Only thing that's happened. I may be perhaps interested in trading one of my players. I will be looking for any offers regarding a Pianta. Anyone who wants a potential power hitter. I know Forgotten Variant was talking about being disappointed that he only has Fire Bro. The Stars also only have one power hitter in King Boo. Also Wario, but Wario's not very good. Yeah, he's not as good of a power hitter. The Piantas, good defensive pieces as well. Players that are lacking great infield, like the Tax Evaders, perhaps, could make use of him. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, back to the games. It's time for the games. Who's ready for the start of Game Day 2 of Week 3, the 8th game of the season? We'll be starting off with the Lightning and the Stars. Lightning 6-1, Stars 0-7. So, as the Stars are hosting, they will get their first captain. Okay, hold on. I'm doing a different roster for my team yet again. Yet again, a different one. We're having Mario as the captain this time. Going back, we had him as our captain in the very first game before we acquired Diddy Kong, but we've had him used as our captain ever since. This time we're going back and trying Mario again. Let's see, they have Toadette and Monty. Red Toad and Dark Bones. Oh yes, this is the red team. They have Red Noki as well. And I believe Red Madge is the last one. Yeah. Very red team. We have... Yes, this looks to be right so far. Then obviously, switch those. We do not want Monty Mole in the infield. Anyway, that's the Stars lineup done. And now for the Lightning. And this is where we see the big change. So the batting order is back to the original, how it was before. However, now we have a lineup change. Mario will be our starting pitcher for his first game pitching of the season. We'll see what he can do as we throw Diddy Kong in the outfield, since he's the big speed character. He is in fact speed class. So we're hoping that him with his super catch and fast speed will be good in the outfield. Meanwhile, Mario makes his debut on the mound. Then we have, wait, forgot to swap these two. Oh. And Red Pianta on first. Yes, the rest of this is good. Yellow Toad in right field. Yep. There we go. Powerful CPU, of course. Of course. Lead off with Red Toad, then Dark Bones, then starred King Boo, Wario Waluigi, Red Madge, Red Noki, Monty, and then Toadsworth. Or, not Toadsworth, Toadette. And now for the Lightning. We starred Mario last game, and that did very well. However, this time we're going to go back and star Yellow Pianta again. I think that I'm going to take advantage of the fact that this is a long season with a lot of games to kind of just test a bunch of different lineups. See what works, see what doesn't. If I lose a few games, oh well. I think that's going to be the strategy. Oh, whoops. Wrong button. So we have our lineups and batting orders set. And now we go to Wario Palace to start the first game of the week. Hold on. Let me save the game, just in case something goes wrong. And now it's time to begin. Time to begin game 1. Or game 2 of the series, but game 1 of the day. We have the Lightning taking on the Stars. Last game, this was a big win for the Lightning. Their biggest win of the season in terms of run differential. And they are looking to have a good showing here. They'll be leading off with their offense, Green Toad. Green Toad slaps to left field, but it is caught by Toadette. Yellow Toad who slats out to right field. 2 Toads up, 2 batters out. Now we have Petey. No one on base, but he's still a big threat. As you can see over on the right side, he's the Lightning's top #1 player right now. Leading them with RBI and home runs. And that's good contact there, but it's not far enough. That's going to be a 3rd pop fly to an outfielder. Nothing in that first inning for the Lightning. But that'll bring up the pitching debut for Mario as he looks to take on the Stars. Does a poor job starting off against Red Toad, but that's alright. That's his first pitch ever. That gives him room to improve as he looks to take on Dark Bones, who will get another base hit, slapped over to right field. The 3rd batter for the Stars is none other than King Boo, the starred player for them, who has a chance to drive in 3 runs here. He's not even charging as Mario throws 2 quick strikes. And a star hit there will be a 3-run home run. Curved over to right field and hits the back wall. Past the wall. And that is a 3-run bomb to start the game for the Stars. They're up 3-0. That brings up a superstar matchup between Mario and Wario. And Wario makes good contact there. That's a back-to-back home run for the Stars. 2 home runs, driving a big burst of scoring for them, as they have 4 runs with no outs on the inning. And that brings up a duel of the captains, as Waluigi hits out to the 3rd baseman, Blue Magikoopa. We have Magikoopa up to bat for the Stars with Red Magikoopa, who will ground out to Yellow Pianta. That brings up Red Noki, where Mario hopes to close this inning out. After a very disappointing start for him, he wants to make this up with his first ever strikeout of the league, and he gets it. And brings the Lightning's offense back up with DK into 2 Piantas. Scary to see if you're the Stars. Good contact there from DK, but it goes foul. You'd have to buy a lottery ticket. Oh! Big shot from DK, and that's a solo home run to put the Lightning on the board. Forgotten Variant. Are you talking about your bad luck in the game so far? Never mind. Oh. Oh. Okay. Well. Yellow Pianta lines out to Wario there. That brings up Red Pianta. Fun fact about Red Pianta, despite being a power hitter with a good defensive profile, he was at the bottom of the standings in terms of RBI. Literally third from the bottom out of all 54 players, but he just improves right there with a solo shot homer. That's finally another run scored for him, and he has to get it all by himself. That puts the Lightning up to 2 runs so far. And they're still down 2. And they have Captain Mario up to bat. Captain and pitcher Mario, who will slap over into right field to make it on base. Next up is Blue Magikoopa. Blue Magikoopa hits this one high. Is that gone? That's a slap home run from Blue Magikoopa. That is the 3rd Magikoopa home run that the Stars have led up this season. 2 from Green Magikoopa with the tax evaders. And now Blue Magikoopa on the Lightning's done it too. That'll tie the game for the Lightning. And that brings up Diddy Kong. Still just 1 out on the inning. They've scored 4 runs. Entirely made up for that first inning from the Stars. Diddy Kong slaps this one very weakly over to King Boo, who will run it to first for the out. Now we're back to the Toads to start off the lineup for the Lightning. And that's a high shot from Green Toad. That's back to the wall. Is it gone? Yes, it is! Another home run for the Lightning. That is 4 on the inning now. A DK solo shot, a Red Pianta solo shot, a Blue Magikoopa 2-run homer, and now the Green Toad solo shot home run. 4 home runs on the inning. Yellow Toad wants to make it 5. He's charging. To slap. That one almost goes out, but it's hit over to the Chain Chomp. Now with 2 strikes, he'll just slack through the infield and get on base for none other than Petey Piranha. Petey has a chance to add to this inning's home run total, or he could strike out to end it. Instead, he'll do neither. He'll line drive it over to the outfield. And now there's 2 runners on base, one of them with chemistry for Donkey Kong, who led off this inning, already looped back around. DK watches that outside pitch as it goes for strike 1. He takes an inside ball next. That one's a fastball. He'll star hit it. It gets taken into the tornado and thrown into the infield. That's an RBI double from DK. I had no idea where that ball was going to go for most of that hit. The star hit curved it around, then it got caught by the tornado. But anyway, now we're back to starred Yellow Pianta, who lined out at the start of this inning. Will he get a good shot here? No, it is a pop fly to Toadette that ends the rally. But the Lightning are still happy with 6 runs on that inning. More than making up for their quiet start. Now the Stars have Monty Mole into Toadette. Monty will hit it over to Magikoopa, who throws to first for the out. Brings up Toadette. Toadette is a great batter to have at the 9 spot, especially on this team, where they have a Toad at the start, so they can loop around that chemistry. But unfortunately, they won't have that chemistry as Toadette is thrown out at first. But Red Toad will still get on base with a good slap hit over into left field. That is another good part about having Diddy Kong be in the outfield instead of pitching, is that he has chemistry to throw to second with DK. So that could potentially catch some runners out where they normally wouldn't. Mario has racked up 2 strikes against Dark Bones. But Dark Bones does get the slap down. Over into the corner, Diddy Kong gets the throw off. No chain chomp shenanigans here. But that does, yet again, have 2 runners on base for starred King Boo. The Stars could once again take the lead here with a big hit. We really made our trade based on Diddy's pitching just for you to put him in outfield. Well, I tried to use him as a pitcher, and he just did not do what I wanted him to. Oh, that big shot goes foul there. Diddy Kong has been kind of disappointing for us, but that's a strikeout on King Boo from Mario. And that ends the inning there. I mean, look at Mario. He's a good pitcher. And if he ever uses his star pitch, that's like a guaranteed strike. That thing's a laser beam. Red Pianta leads off for the Lightning, and he'll slap over into right field to get on base. And that brings up Mario. He charges but gets bad contact, and that's a pop fly to Toadette. Now we have Blue Magikoopa, who makes good contact there, but it's too high. Over into left field, that's another out. That brings up none other than Diddy Kong himself. With 2 outs and a runner on base, what will he do? Will he go for a slap or a star hit, maybe? He'll slap it over, but Wario's able to grab it, and that ends the inning. None scored for the Lightning. The Stars will have Wario to lead off for them. Good contact there again, but it's not quite gone this time. Diddy Kong's able to get there. They will hold Wario to second. It's chemistry for Waluigi, although he's not much of a power hitter. A good slap line drive, though, will get him on base. Wario stays on third. Good call from him. That brings up Red Magikoopa, an opportunity to score a run for the Stars to close down this gap. He does have chemistry on base with Waluigi, but again, not much of a power hitter, although the Magikoopas have hit a couple home runs exclusively on this stadium, so it's not impossible. Instead, he'll star hit, and it gets past Donkey Kong. That is a run scored for the Stars. There's runners on first and second for none other than Red Noki. With no outs on the board, will she be able to drive someone in, or at least get on base for the next couple batters? She slaps that one foul. It's a 1-1 count. A early swing there is strike number 2. And Mario notches another strikeout in this game. Mario might be a great pitching option for us. I don't know. A big shot from Monty Mole. Is that gone? Yes, it is. That's a Monty Moonball homer. 3-run score off of that, and the Stars take the lead. It is now, what is that, 8-6? They're up by 2. As Monty Mole notches his first home run of the season. Honestly, I'm not even mad about that one. You gotta be happy for Monty. A Monty Moonball shot. Cannot complain. They get a quick out there from Toadette, though. Only for Red Toad to make it on base right afterwards. Mr. Irrelevant home run. Hey, Monty's not the worst player in the league. He's only like 8th worst, truly. But Dark Bones hits into an out there, and that'll end the inning. And bring up the very top of the Lightning lineup. He was the last pick, though. That is true. That is true. Green Toad makes it on base. And that gives chemistry to Yellow Toad. He wants to charge for that home run. No! He'll slap it straight to King Boo, but fortunately, Green Toad's able to make it back safely. A hit to that location is very dangerous, as oftentimes the first baseman can just jump and land back on first to get a double play. However, that did not happen here, so Petey was able to send one up the middle to put 2 runners on base for DK. I personally would love to see a DK comeback homer, but I know Stars fans would disagree. He's got 2 strikes, though. He's not charging. He'll star hit yet again. This one curves into the gap. That'll score 1, maybe 2 runs. They're trying to go for 2. But Petey's out. Not fast enough for him. They do close the gap to just 1, though. It's now 7-8. And that brings up starred Yellow Pianta. With 2 outs, makes this a dangerous situation for an inconsistent player. But this could be a big moment for him if he manages to land. The first strike is an early miss. Second one is a star pitch from Waluigi. And the third pitch is a ball outside. Another star pitch from Waluigi. Pianta makes contact, but it is weak. It gets caught by Dry Bones. That was a weird looking dive, but they get it done. Doesn't matter how it looked. That brings up none other than King Boo. And he will hit another home run. That one is clobbered. Absolutely gone. And that's another run for the Stars as they take their lead and extend it. It's now 9-7. They're up by 2 yet again. Oh, and I just wanted to ask how my mic sounds. I changed which mic I'm using. Ooh, good dive there from Yellow Pianta. Anyway, I did change the mic I'm using, so I hope it sounds better. It's definitely not as staticky, though I'm sure the quality is probably not as good generally. Sounds pretty good, a bit louder. Yeah, that's kind of why I changed it, is because I was being told that it was quiet at times with the other mic. So this one is, like, generally easier to hear, and I can turn it up more because it doesn't get extra staticky, you know? Oh, big shot from Red Noki, but it bounces off the wall. They'll try and get Red Magic Koopa home, and they do! A 3-run lead now for the Stars. If the mic sounds pretty good, then that's good enough for me, honestly. The static was really annoying to listen to when I went back and watched the VODs to get the stats. So I think I'll probably stick with this mic. At least for the foreseeable future. But back to the game. Monty Mole. Oh, he hits into a bobble from Red Pianta. And that gets him on base and brings in a run. Very fortunate there for the Stars. And they're up by 4 runs. Monty is so clutch, apparently. He's just like that. Toadette with a big shot, but it goes foul. She hits this one high again, but it's to center field and straight to Green Toad. That ends the inning, but another 3 runs for the Stars. It's putting them in a good position here. The Lightning have quite a few runs to make up. They'll try and start with a star chance here with Red Pianta. 2 quick strikes is not looking good, though. And that's the classic Pianta. Miss a swing, watch the second strike, swing way too early. 3 strikeout combo. But a good shot from Mario. He's showing that he doesn't need that star to hit bombs. Mario brings back the Lightning scoring with a solo shot home run right there. That puts them up to 8 runs now, down just 3 against the Stars. However, with the more inconsistent part of the lineup coming up, it's literally just 2 players, but, you know, still inconsistent. With Blue Madge and Diddy Kong, they'll need to work hard to get those runners on base, and they won't with Magikoopa. Oh, a bobble, but it's caught yet again. Almost clutch there from Magikoopa. But now 2 outs with Diddy Kong on base, or Diddy Kong up to bat. Not a good combination, and he'll slap out straight to Wario. Still down 3. Now the Stars have an opportunity to extend their lead yet again. They're leading off with the top of their lineup. Red Toad gets thrown out at first. Now they have Dark Bones up to bat. Dark Bones has been a very consistent batter, along with all of the Dry Bones, actually. He will slap it just barely foul. But I think that if it was going to be an inbounds ball, it would have probably been caught by Red Pianta. And it's a strikeout for Dark Bones, adding 1 more to Mario's tally. And now with King Boo up to bat, will the Stars be able to bring in another run? That's a deep shot to the gap, but it's not going to go out. That'll be a double for King Boo. Bringing up none other than Wario. Wario's hit a couple deep shots here. Some of them not quite making it out. One of them did, though. We'll see what he can do here. If he can drive in King Boo, or potentially get a home run to put them both home. Meanwhile, on the other side of the coin, the Lightning are looking for a strikeout here from Mario to end this inning quickly. And that's a star pitch. That's a good strikeout from Mario, and that'll end the inning. No run score from the Stars, and their power hitters are all gone. Now we have the top of the lineup for the Lightning, hoping to make up some of that 3-run deficit. Green Toad with another deep shot. That one is going to be gone. Another home run from Green Toad. And that'll put the Lightning just 2 runs behind as we're coming towards the end of this game. This is going to be the inning where the Lightning have to make their move. Still no outs, down by 2 with plenty of power up to bat. It's 9-11. Always remember. Never forget. Always remember. But then Yellow Toad slaps out to Magikoopa. Petey, up to bat now, is still slapping. Always forget. Never remember. Petey lines it straight above Wario's head, as he's going to go for 2 off of that one, and he'll make it. A good double for Petey Piranha. Puts chemistry on base for DK. I've been saying that a lot, because Petey gets on base a lot. Now what can DK do here? He'll just slap this one to the outfield gap, and that'll bring Petey Piranha home on a double for Donkey Kong. It's now a 1-run game, 10-11. DK has been popping off in the last couple games. He was very underwhelming in the first couple series, actually. First couple series. Ooh, a rough line drive from Pianta is an immediate out, caught by Wario. That brings up Red Pianta, who will line drive just out of Drybone's reach. And that'll put runners on the corners for Captain Mario. This would be a great opportunity for him to use a star hit, especially given that the Lightning have 5 stars to work with. That would be an almost guaranteed run score. And he'll use it. Bounces straight off of Wario, but King Boo's able to get there. And that will end the inning. Still down for the Lightning. They have one more chance to make up those runs. But the Stars have 2 more chances to add on to their lead. Mario will have to face off against Waluigi here to start the bottom. Almost guaranteed run. Yeah, I said almost for a reason. Mario strikes out Waluigi. That is a big out for them. Now they have Red Magic Koopa, who takes a quick strike, followed by an outside ball. Next pitch is slapped to DK and thrown to first for the out. 2 outs with Red Noki up to bat. The Lightning would love to get this out here, or maybe on Monty. Either way, they'd make sure that there's no guarantee that the Stars get their power hitters back up. And a strikeout against Red Noki will end the inning there. Another 0 for the Stars. This gives the Lightning one more chance. They do have their inconsistent lineup to start. But Blue Magic Koopa makes it on base, and that's a great start for the Lightning. Now with Diddy Kong's looking to bunt. As long as they don't get doubled off, this could be useful. He pulls the bunt back the first 2 times, though. He'll hold it there. It's down the first base line. And he's thrown out at first. He almost made that. Oh my gosh. Impressive legs on Diddy. That brings up the Toads now with just 1 out on the board. Not a bad situation for the Lightning. But 2 strikes on Green Toad so far is not looking great. Ooh, that was a narrow inside ball. Good eye on Green Toad there, not swinging at that, but he misses on that outside. That outside pitch clips the corner of the zone. That's a strikeout from Green Toad now. This is a high-stress situation for Yellow Toad. They're down by 1 in the 7th inning. And a line drive to Wario is bobbled, but it should be caught to end the game. And that's the first win ever for the Stars. They win by 1 run, but a win is a win. And they are now on the board, 1-7. As the Lightning fall to 6-2. King Boo is the MVP for his incredible performance, hitting multiple home runs in that game. It finally happened, yeah. No winless teams. I wonder if the other streak will break as well. The Lightning got more base hits, though. They can at least take solace in that. 6 home runs. 2 from Green Toad, 1 from DK, 1 from Red Pianta, 1 from Mario, and 1 from Blue Magic Koopa. Quite a few. Quite a few. And then Mario did a great job. 7 strikeouts. Although the 16.5 ERA is not great. 7 strikeouts is always useful. Now, for the other side of the coin, Waluigi only got 2 strikeouts and had an ERA of 12.86. Offensively, Toadette had no hits, but Monty Mole 2 hits, 4 RBI with a home run. That is a big game for him. Wario also got a home run. King Boo with his 2 home runs, of course, with also 4 RBI. Good game overall for both teams. The Lightning, although they lost, had some good moments. That 6-run inning standing out. But now we move to the next game. The next game, which is the Fury and the Flock. Fury are currently 1-6, while the Flock are 5-2. This is our only non-conference game. Uh-oh. Oh, game crashed. Unfortunate. Anyways, the Lightning and Stars, that was a conference game within the, hold on, within the Mushroom Mashers conference. Meanwhile, the Tax Evaders and Rocketeers game will be within the Fireball Flyers conference. The Flock are also part of the Fireball Flyers, while the Fury are the third member of the Mushroom Mashers. And here we have the Flock as the home team. So that means we have Birdo as their captain, while the Fury have Daisy as theirs. Black have Blue and Purple Toad, Blue and Green Shy Guy. They have Blue Pianta. Birdo, of course, they have Boo, Luigi, and Green Noki. And now for the actual, positions. Oh, Green Noki is fine there. Luigi is on third. Boo pitching. We got the Toads in the outfield. And Green and Blue Shy Guy on first and catcher. Starting off for the Fury. They've got their Dry Bones, Gray Bones, Green Bones, and Blue Bones. Then they've got Paragoomba Goomba, Baby Luigi, and Baby Mario. And last but not least, they have Yellow Shy Guy. So they have Green Dry Bones as their catcher. Paragoomba is center field. Alright. This should be their positions. Alright. Now for the Flock. They lead off with their Shy Guys. Then Starred Blue Pianta. Birdo, then Boo. Then they have Luigi, Green Noki, Blue Toad, Purple Toad. Alright. That is all good. Now the Fury. They lead off with Yellow Shy Guy. Then into their Dry Bones. Oh, wrong one. Starred Blue Dry Bones. Paragoomba Goomba. Daisy. Baby Mario, Baby Luigi. And this one will take place at Bowser Castle, the home of the Flock. Alright, now I want to save this game. Just in case. And we begin game 2 of the night. The Fury have had a disappointing season so far, with only one win through their first 7 games. They look to take another win here at a very hard-to-hit home runs on stadium, which plays well into their team style of having a lot of slap hitters with not much power. Meanwhile, the Flock will be a little bit worse off on this map, but they still have quite a few good slap hitters. The Flock will be starting off on defense for us, as the Fury lead off on batting with Yellow Shy Guy, who hits a high ball, but it's into the outfield gap, so he's safe on base for a double. Next we have Green Dry Bones, who lines straight out to Birdo. Blue Drybone shits out to Luigi, who tries to get the double play, but can't quite get it done. Next is Gray Bones, who will slap on base for none other than Paragoomba. Paragoomba, one of the top players on the Fury, the only one with a home run, and their RBI leader as well. Which kind of makes sense, since he's batting after the Dry Bones, the most consistent hitters. It makes sense that he gets quite a few of the runs. Or gets credit for them, at least. But he's not able to get anything done there, even with a star hit. And they'll end the inning. No runs scored. Now the Flock, they start off getting Green Shy Guy on base. Now Blue Shy Guy up to bat. Will hit a line drive over to left field. And that's 2 Shy Guys on base. For none other than starred Blue Pianta, the power-hitting MVP of the Flock. He'll star hit, and it goes through the infield. That'll bring in 1 run and leave runners on the corners. We have Birdo up to bat, their captain for the Flock. Chemistry with one of the Shy Guys on base. They've got the potential to bring in a run, maybe 2. They'll use a star hit here, and that bounces all around, out of reach of Baby Luigi. He's got to run far for it. And they will get 2 off of what might be a triple for Birdo, and it is. A 2 RBI triple. It's going to put the Flock up 3-0 here in the first inning. And this is still just the start of the inning for them, as they have no outs on the board. They'll have Boo up next, their pitcher. Boo is charging, but doesn't swing at that. Next is a fastball, strike 2 from Daisy. Another fastball, this one's star hit to Goomba. But it's thrown for the out home. Birdo does not score. And Luigi hits a pop fly that's going to be out number 2. And now Green Noki is up to bat. Just Boo on base currently, as Noki watches an outside ball. Fastball curving inside is strike 1. A whiffed swing is strike number 2. And that's a big hit from Noki, but it's straight to Baby Luigi, and that's the end of the inning. A 3-run score from the Flock. That's a good start for them. If they can win this game against the Fury, they will most likely pass the Lightning in terms of run differential. They'll have the same record, but as long as the Flock win by 2 or more runs, they should be taking second place. Well, if they win by 2 runs, then the... Wait, no, actually, we go by conference record first. And since the Lightning are 3-2 in conference compared to the Flock's 1-2, and this isn't a conference game, the Lightning will still be ahead of the Flock, even if they are tied in record. But if the Fury lose this game, they will fall behind the Stars, as they will both be 1-7, and the Fury are 1-2 in conference compared to the Stars 1-1. So this is a game to get the Fury, keep them away from the bottom of the standings. And they haven't scored any runs yet, and 2 strikes on Baby Luigi does not look good, and that's a strikeout to end the inning. Another 0 for the Fury. They really got to get something going here. They'll be starting with the top of their lineup, so there's a chance next inning will go well for them. But to get there, they have to stop the Flock's offense. They're leading off with Blue Toad, who gets a corner shot to make it on base. That brings up the second Toad, Purple Toad. Purple Toad takes a strike right down the middle. Strike along the outside of the plate. Slaps that one foul, though. Stays alive. And now charging. Hits it deep to left field. That's off the wall. And that'll be runners on the corners. And the Flock are back to the top of their lineup with Green Shy Guy. Still no outs on the inning. Is a great sign for the Flock. They are very hopeful to score a run here. Green Shy Guy has 2 quick strikes, but he strikes out. Misses that last swing. And that's an out. That brings up Blue Shy Guy. A double play would end the inning. That's just what the Fury want. It's a 1-1 count. And a missed star swing is strike number 2. 2 strikes. He makes contact. It's high. It's deep. It's off the thwomp. That's a run scored. Ooh, Toad stayed off base for a long time. I don't know if I like that idea. But he still makes it back safely. And there's Blue Pianta with 2 runners on base. He'll slap it over into left field. The Flock are really abusing Baby Mario over there, as they score another run. Now Berta has chemistry, and she'll line it over to left field. Brings in another run. That's 3 scored on the inning. They're up 6-0. Still only 1 out. Boo is up to bat. Boo slaps it, curves through the infield, and into the corner. And that's another run scored for the Flock. Make it 4 on the inning. Now they've got Luigi facing off against Daisy. Daisy will star pitch here, as Luigi slaps that one foul. Luigi watches a strike go by. And fastball from Daisy notches a strikeout. That brings up Green Noki. Runners on second and third. This is an RBI chance for her. But she'll miss on the star pitch for strike 1. Contact there. It's high into the gap, but it's too high and Paragoomba gets under it. That's the end of the inning. But the Flock are up 7-0. This is not looking good for the Fury. They'll need a big rally here if they want a chance. And Shy Guy starts with a 1-1 count after a foul ball into a ball. He hits this one high to left field, and that is caught for out number 1. Now we have the dry bone, starting with the green one. Slaps it over Birdo's head, out of suction range, and that's a base hit for Green Bones. Now we have Blue Dry Bones. A great infielder, and he's a good offensive player as well, as he slaps this one on for a base hit. That brings up Gray Dry Bones. With double chemistry on base, he slaps it, and it's just foul. Oh, that looked like it touched the line. That one is within Pianta's reach. He's able to dive for that. And now there's 2 outs, the Fury. They need something here. Paragoomba will have to provide. He's charging. 1-1 count. 2 strikes now. 2 strikes, 2 outs is what the flock want. Fury need to do something here. Contact from Paragoomba, and that's a line drive over to right field. That won't score a run, but it'll load the bases. Now Goomba with chemistry is up to bat. You want to see a big hit here from Goomba. Or at least a smart hit. It doesn't make much sense if they pop it out to the outfielders, but if they can get it just over the infield or to the outfield, but not to a fielder, which is what they do there, slap just in front of Green Noki, will score maybe 3. No! Paragoomba gets hit with the chemistry laser beam. Or wait, it's not chemistry. They have a Shy Guy on first. Or as catcher. So not chemistry, but just a strong laser beam. Goomba scores the first 2 runs for the Fury and gets the first out here in the bottom of the 3rd. Purple Toad hits this one to the back corner. That bounces off the pillar, and that's a big single. Now they're back to the top of their lineup yet again, the Flock are. But this one is popped up to Baby Luigi, and he makes the play. 2 outs on the inning. And that brings up Blue Shy Guy. First pitch is a ball. Second is a missed strike. He slaps that next ball straight to center field. Paragoomba ends the inning and brings the Fury back up. They're down by 5. And they need to start making some more runs happen. Last inning was a good start, but they can't keep getting grounded out like that. These quick, easy outs are going to be the death of them this game. Baby Mario slaps it foul, but at least gets a star off of it. This one is to the corner of left field, and Blue Toad can't get there. That's a single for Baby Mario. Brings up Baby Luigi. He's got chemistry. Not how much that matters on the babies, but it's there. He misses that swing for a 1-1 count. One is a slow pitch, but Baby Luigi hits it deep to the back wall. I thought that was going to be gone. Oh, that would have been a very clutch moment from Baby Luigi. Unfortunately, it's just a single, but that'll bring up Yellow Shy Guy with 2 runners on base. A golden opportunity for the player dressed in gold. He's going to strike in a ball. And he star hits this one up the middle. That'll be bases loaded for the Dry Bones. Green Dry Bones with a big chance here. There's still just 1 out on the inning. Anything but a double play is good for the Fury. And that's not a double play. They'll just get 1, but they do score a run off of it. It's 3-7. Now Blue Dry Bones, the starred player for the Fury. He'll slap this one through the infield. That's another run scored. 4-7. They've cut the lead down to just 3. Two good Dry Bones hits. Can we get a third from Gray Bones? He'll star hit this one. It gets past the infield. And that's bases loaded for Paragoomba yet again. What can Paragoomba do? He'll slap it straight to Blue Pianta to end the inning. Not what you want to see from your RBI leader, but they got a couple runs that inning, so they can't complain too much. Now that brings up the Flock. They lead off with Blue Pianta in the bottom of the 4th. Big shot by Pianta there. Is that gone? No, off the very top of the wall. And that's a deep single for Blue Pianta. Very nearly a home run. On any stadium other than Peach Garden, that would have been gone. That's a miss swing from Birdo for strike one. Another early swing, that's strike two. That's good contact there. That is high and deep. And that's on top of the thwomps. That's a 2-run home run from Birdo. Not what you expect to see from a defensive player. But she gets it done. Makes up for that entire inning in just one swing. The Flock extend their lead back up to 5. And the Flock have Boo up to bat. There's still no outs on this inning. Another good scoring opportunity for them. Boo will make it on base with a slap hit single, and that brings up Luigi. Luigi takes strike one. Swings early for strike two. The next one is made contact deep and high. It bounces off the thwomp. We do not see back-to-back homers. Boo's going home, but he gets thrown out. The chemistry coming in clutch there from the Dry Bones. That brings up Green Noki. 1 out, 1 runner on base. Luigi's trying to steal. Noki slaps the ball foul, though. Noki hits this one deep off the thwomp. That'll bring home Luigi for an RBI double. That is big. Green Noki has been easily the best RBI Noki, although still not all that great in the grand scheme of things. Still below, I think, every single one of the Toads. And we see a big hit from Toad. Will that be foul? Just barely. Oh. It's off the top of that pole, and that's a strikeout from Blue Toad. Now we've got Purple Toad up to bat. Has 2 quick strikes. Daisy sends that one outside to try and get him chasing, but he just watches it go. Slaps that one through the infield. That's a base hit. They're trying to send Green Noki home. That's a terrible idea. She gets thrown out, and that ends the inning. The Flock take their lead back and extend it a little bit more. But now the Fury have a chance to bring that lead down yet again. Goom up to bat to lead off for them. There's a star chance here. This would be big for the Fury to get. That means they'd be able to use a star with Daisy up next. Goomba hits that one deep, but it goes foul. Goomba makes contact again. This one's to the very corner, and that one's going to get down for a deep single. That brings up Daisy. Daisy slaps this one to Birdo, and that is not quite a double play, but they get the runner at second. Now Baby Mario up to bat. Takes a fastball down the middle for strike number 1. Curveball goes inside for ball 1. Another fastball, and it's hit contact and thrown for not the double play. Baby Mario runs it out at first. Another fielder's choice. And then brings up Baby Luigi to bat. He misses on strike 1. Watches an inside ball. Next is an early swing from him for strike number 2. He watches an outside ball. 2-2 count. And that one curves through the zone for strike number 3. That'll end the inning. Another 0-run score for the Fury. Up by 6, the Flock look to extend their lead even more. They start with the very top of their lineup again with Green Shy Guy, who makes it on base. Not only that, he earns a star for the Flock and gets chemistry on base for Blue Shy Guy, who hits that one just barely foul. Slaps this one up, should be right to Baby Mario, and that's an easy out. Pianta now lines this one over to left field, and that's a base hit. That's 2 on base for Birdo. She's got chemistry with that Shy Guy. Maybe she can hit another home run. I wouldn't count on it, especially not if that's a star hit. And it bounces right away from Paragoomba. That's going to be 1 RBI. And they don't go for 2. They stick with the 1. That's a clean double for Birdo. And that brings up Boo, who takes strike 1 outside of the plate. Second ball is hit foul. And the third one is a star pitch. That's strike 3. And we've got Luigi. 2 runners on, but 2 outs. He misses that one for strike 1. This is on a fastball for strike 2. Daisy charging yet again. And it's another miss. Strike 3. Innings over. The Fury are down by 7, and they have just 2 more chances to get their offense going. That pop fly from Yellow Shy Guy is not what they want to see. That'll also give the star chance to the Flock. Green Dry Bones is thrown out at first. That brings up Blue Dry Bones now. Slaps this one over to left field. And that is a runner on base for the Fury. They need to start this rally here. And that's a good continuation. Slap straight up the middle. Now we've got Paragoomba. He's been relatively quiet this game. He would like to see a big play or perhaps just another slap. He's got 2 balls and 1 strike so far. This one goes down the middle, but it's slapped to Birdo, and that ends the inning. The Fury have now just 1 more chance to score 7 runs at least. The Flock still have 2 more chances to score. Extend their lead or make a comeback if the Fury somehow manage to score that much. This is looking very good for the Flock. And very bad for the Fury as... Well, they get a good strikeout there, though. If they can stop the Flock's offense, they might have a chance. Big shot from Blue Toad there, but Baby Luigi gets under it. 2 outs. And they've got Purple Toad. Purple Toad watches the second pitch go by for strike 2. A change-up, but it's hit straight to Gray Bones and thrown for the out. That's a 3-up, 3-out inning. And that brings the Fury's offense back. This is it for them. They need to score 7 here or the game's over. That will be tough to do. They're starting off with Goomba, who lays down a good single. Slaps that one over to left field. And now they've got Daisy, their captain. What will she do? She's charging, but doesn't swing, and that's strike 1. She pops this one up, high and deep, but it's not going to land. Oh! That hits the very top of the wall. Nearly a home run from Daisy. And that's 2 runners on base with no outs for Baby Mario. A good situation. Likely to score at least a run here. This is exactly how the Fury want to have their innings start off, and Baby Mario hits an RBI line drive over to the right field. That's a 1. They're down by 6 still. Baby Luigi hits this one to Green Shy Guy. They score another run, but they do get Baby Mario thrown out at second. They're down by 5 with 1 out. That means they can make 1 mistake, but they still need to score 5 more runs in that time. Yellow Shy Guy hits this one to the gap, and it gets down for a star and a double. They're going for an RBI as well, and Baby Luigi makes it. They've scored 3 here in this inning, with still just 1 out, and they have the Dry Bones up to bat. This could happen. The Fury can do that. Now, that's not to say the Flock won't walk it off in the bottom of the 7th, but they certainly could make us go there, which would be impressive. They hit that one cleanly, and that's runners on corners for the Fury. Starred Blue Dry Bones has chemistry. Watches the first pitch go by for strike 1. Second one is star hit to Blue Pianta, but they throw to the wrong base and they don't get a single out. That's another run for the Fury. They're down by just 3. Gray Bones up to bat. Gray Bones is not charging. He's just watching these balls go by. He slaps it, but it's straight to Luigi, and that's the out. 1 more. The Flock need 1 more out to stop this late rally from the Fury. Whereas the Fury need to score 3 more runs. Paragoomba. Could he hit another home run? He's the only player on the Fury with a home run. But he's got 2 strikes here. He just needs to make it on base. But he slaps to Birdo, and that's the game. A good try from the Fury, but they don't quite get it done. The Flock are able to hold on and secure the win. They move to 6-2. Still in 3rd place, but tied in record with the Lightning now. And the Fury, tied in record with the Stars, will fall into last place. Birdo wins MVP for this game with her 2-run shot. We have the same number of hits from both teams. The Fury just weren't able to bring runners in. Good batting averages, some RBI from throughout the Dry Bones. 2 from Goomba. And 1 from each of the babies. Daisy was actually their most disappointing batter. Oh, well, Paragoomba as well. And defensively, Daisy got 6 strikeouts, using 5 star pitches to do so. For the Flock, they had just 2 strikeouts from Boo and used only 2 star pitches. Their offense was a lot more top-heavy, with also Purple Toad. The batters at the bottom didn't do so well. Boo getting an RBI, Birdo getting 6 single-handedly, with the only home run of the game. 2 RBI from Blue Pianta and 1 from Blue Shy Guy. Perfect batting averages, though, from Blue Pianta and Birdo. That certainly helps. That helps you win a game. The Flock choking in the 7th again. They very nearly did. They very nearly did. Now we move to the 3rd game, the Tax Evaders at the Rocketeers. I did fix the who's home and away thing. I had that wrong for the last set of games, but it is correct now. And the Rocketeers, they're the home team. They've got Yoshi. And the Tax Evaders have Bowser Jr. as their captain. Rocketeers, they have Red Koopa, Green Paratroopa. Which Magic Koopa do they have? They have Yellow. Yellow Madge. They've also got Dixie Kong, Toadsworth, Fire Bro, of course. Their star player. They've got Blue Noki. And last but not least, they have Red Shy Guy. The fielding positions have Yellow Magic Koopa over on 3rd. Dixie's their pitcher, of course. Toadsworth in center. Shy Guy Noki with... that should be correct. Alright, moving on to the Tax Evaders. They have quite the team. So they've got Black Shy Guy. They have Green Troopa. Red Para. They've got Green Magic Koopa. Then they've got Boomerang Bro, Hammer Bro, Bowser, and their star pitcher, Peach, who has been a phenomenal player for them so far. The best pitcher in the league. Let's see. This should be their positions. Yes. Looks like it is. Okay. Perfect. Powerful CPU, as always. The Rocketeers, they have Yoshi, Green Para, Firebro, then Red Shy Guy. Toadsworth is last, Dixie. Alright, this looks right. No, Blue Noki first. Okay. This is the Rocketeers lineup. Now over to the Tax Evaders. Lead off with Bowser Jr., then Hammer Bro, starred Boomerang Bro, Bowser, Koopa, then Paratroopa, then Peach, then Black Shy Guy. And that should be good for them. Then we go to Mario Stadium. And it's time to save the game. As we begin the final game of the night, the Rocketeers hosting the Tax Evaders. Here we go. The Tax Evaders come here to Mario Stadium to take on the Rocketeers. This is the second game of Week 3, the 8th game of the season for each of these teams, as the Tax Evaders sit at an undefeated 7-0, whereas the Rocketeers are struggling down in 4th place at a 2-5 record. Tax Evaders have had an insane offensive season, with 2 of their players single-handedly scoring more home runs than every single other team individually. But they start off with a bad out from Bowser Jr. However, Hammer Bro manages to get on base to provide chemistry for Boomerang Bro, who will not hit a big shot. He gets another line drive. And that's 2 runners on base with chemistry for Bowser, who, although not having a poor season, has not had quite as good of a season as the previously mentioned Bros. Hammer Bro has led the league in RBI and home runs, whereas Boomerang Bro has been right behind him. They're both currently tied in terms of batting average, also for first place in the entire league. So these are insanely consistent Bros we're seeing. So even though Bowser is a great player, he just doesn't look like it compared to these insane offensive titans. But he gets a good RBI there to start off the game for the Tax Evaders. That brings up Koopa Troopa with chemistry on base. He's got a 1-1 count. Slaps this one through the infield. That will bring in Boomerang Bro. And that's 2 runs for the Tax Evaders. A good RBI from Koopa Troopa there. And now there's 2 players with chemistry on base for Red Koopa Paratroopa. Not that that matters too much for him, as he is even less of a power hitter than Green Koopa Troopa. But I guess that's what the chemistry is for, to make up for having subpar power. Instead, he'll opt to star hit it, and it gets through the infield to load the bases. Loading the bases for known power threat, Peach. What will Peach do here? She can go for a star hit, try and bring some people in. Dixie's going to star pitch. And they get a double play. Forced outs at both home and first. And that ends the inning with just 2 scored for the Tax Evaders. Now the Rocketeers. They look to start their scoring here in the bottom of the first. They'll lead off with Yoshi. Watches strike 1 go by. Watches strike 2 as well. That one was further to the outside. Fastball barely misses the outside of the plate for ball 2, but that one barely clips it, and that's a strikeout. Now we have Green Paratroopa, slaps this one, but Green Magikoopa jumps to grab it. Good defensive play there, but not what the Rocketeers want to see. That is what they want to see, though. A bomb from Fire Bro will start them off with a run on the board. 1-2. And they've closed this game back up to 1 run. Now they've got Red Shy Guy, I believe, up next for them. Yes, there he is. Another one of their top players, making it on the board over Yoshi due to him having more RBI and the same amount of double plays. And speaking of doubles, he gets a good base hit double there. Now we have Yellow Magikoopa facing down a star pitch from Peach. That's strike 1. But they're out of stars. However, Magikoopa can't get a base hit down as Bowser jumps up and blocks it with his big body. He is large and fat. Now that brings up the Tax Evaders, the bottom part of their lineup, as they have Shy Guy. But Shy Guy will slap it through the infield, and that gets down for a single. Green Magikoopa up to bat now. Slaps this one to left field. It's too far for Yoshi to get. That'll be runners on the corners for none other than Bowser Jr. back to the top of the lineup for the Tax Evaders. Jr. has chemistry now on base, but he'll watch strike 1 go by, straight down the middle. Second one is a fastball, but it goes just over the head. That's an RBI for the Tax Evaders. They're going for 2, and they'll get it. 4-1. Tax Evaders lead. They got 2 RBI there off of a great star hit from Bowser Jr. They've got Hammer Bro coming up next. With that chemistry, they're hoping to clear Junior off the bases as well, either with a powerful double or a home run, potentially. The 2 strikes from Dixie and a star pitch, and she gets the strikeout there. Great time for that star pitch. Now they've got to face Boomerang Bro, another scary batter, especially because he's got the star. But a star pitch from Dixie confuses him, and that's 2 strikes, another star pitch. But they throw that one for a ball, and Boomerang Bro does not chase it. But they clip the corner of the zone there, and that's another strikeout for Dixie. That brings up a 3rd power hitter in Bowser. And he makes contact there. It's to left field. It's past Yoshi. That'll be a base hit. And another run scored for the Tax Evaders. They lead this game 5-1. Tears hoping to shut down this inning now that the big power hitters are gone. They've already got 2 outs. They just need one of these players to make a mistake. Green Koopa Troopa takes strike number 1. Second one goes down the middle of the zone, but he misses the swing for strike 2. The next pitch is watched, and that's a strikeout to end the inning. Great inning for Dixie. She got all 3 outs with strikeouts. That brings up the Rocketeers' offense, led by Blue Noki here. She will take strike 1, an inside ball is the second pitch. Next up is a shot to the shortstop, and that's thrown to first for the out. Next is Red Koopa. We've got a curveball that goes inside for ball 1. Now a fastball that he charges, lines over to right field. That's a base hit for Red Koopa and a star earned for the team. Now we've got Dixie Kong. Dixie Kong, with one runner on and one out, slaps this one over to Koopa Troopa, but he bobbles it. And they don't make a single out anywhere. Very lucky from Dixie. That's 2 runners on base for Toadsworth, back to the top of their lineup. Still with just 1 out on the inning, this is looking like a good position for the Rocketeers. A missed star swing for Toadsworth is unfortunate. Toadsworth has a great star swing, but he has a great slap as well, and that will load the bases. Yoshi, as the captain, does have the choice to use a star swing himself. That could be useful, or he could just go for the slap to try and get them around to Fire Bro. First pitch is a ball, second is a strike. Third is an inside ball. That's 2 balls. That one is slapped just past Black Shy Guy. Why didn't he dive for that? He most certainly could have got it. That's going to be a 3 RBI triple for Yoshi. 2 errors on that play. Black Shy Guy didn't dive for the ball. That was straight past his nose. Then Hammer Bro just watched it in the outfield. And the Rocketeers have brought this back to a 1-run game. With Green Paratroopa up, they're hoping to bring another run in. A star hit there will get it. That's a tie game. And now they have Fire Bro up to bat. This is a big opportunity for the Rocketeers. They could go up by 2 runs if they get this home run. Since they only have 1 out on the inning, they don't even need the home run. Anything that Hammer Bro can do to keep the inning alive would be perfectly fine. He's got 1 strike so far. And he hits that one deep. Might not be gone, but it's off the back wall. They're going to try bring a run home. They will. The Rocketeers take the lead, 6-5. A deep double from Fire Bro. Brings that one in, and they are leading on the undefeated Tax Evaders. This could be a big upset. We could have 2 upsets to end streaks. Red Shy Guy up to bat now. He takes a strike down the middle. That one curved just away from the zone for a ball. And Shy Guy slaps this one over to the right field. That's a base hit for him. That's 2 runners on base, still just 1 out on the inning for Yellow Magikoopa. Neither team has any stars to use. This is going to have to be raw talent from the players. Magikoopa has 1 strike, 2 balls. There's a pickoff attempt there, which again, I've never seen one of those work. They go to bring a runner home, and they can't get a single out. A misplay throwing to second. And the Rocketeers are up by 2 now. Still 2 runners on base, still just 1 out. Well, Blue Noki slaps this one through the infield and loads the bases. That bases loaded will be for Red Koopa Troopa. He hits a good line drive, well, ground ball up the middle, and that scores another run, keeps the bases loaded. 8-5, the Rocketeers starting to build a lead. They've got Dixie Kong up to bat, still no stars for either team. Dixie hits that one, and it's caught by Magikoopa, but they stay safe with all the other batters. So they're still alive with bases loaded on the inning. Toadsworth slaps it, but Gray Shy Guy is able to grab it and makes the play. That'll stop them there, stranding a bunch of runners, but a 7-run inning for the Rocketeers is more than enough. Great magical catch from Yellow Magikoopa there to get the first out of the inning. Now they've got Peach up to bat, the Tax Evaders do. She misses a swing for strike 1, but she slaps the next one over to the right corner and is going to get on base for a double. That's a good double for Peach, and that brings up Black Shy Guy. Ended the Rocketeers offense. Now he's going to get a good hit for the Tax Evaders. Playing well on both sides of the ball today is Black Shy Guy. Now they have Green Magic Koopa. He's going to slap this one up the middle. That's going to get down just in front of Toadsworth, and that'll bring a run home. And that's a 6-8 ball game. Tax Evaders still down. However, now they have Bowser Jr. up to bat. Immediately into their power hitters. So the Rocketeers have to be very careful here in this inning so that they don't lose the lead that they just built. Bowser Jr. hits that one deep. Is that gone? No, it's off the wall, but that'll bring home one run. And put runners on corners for none other than Hammer Bro. It's a one-run game. A big hit from any of the next three batters could flip the tables. And the Tax Evaders have at least one chance guaranteed. Ooh, but a pop fly from Hammer Bro is not going to be what they want. They're going to try and get Green Mage home to tie the game. They will. 8-8. A runner on base for Boomerang Bro still. And he does have chemistry. Charging at this first one. That's a good shot, and that is gone. A two-run homer for Boomerang Bro puts the Tax Evaders up 10-8. The Rocketeers tried their best on both offense and defense. But you can't stop the Bros forever. They're going to get something on you. The Rocketeers are hoping to hold the Tax Evaders to their small lead and make it up with their slap hitting. But they do have to end the inning first as Bowser makes it on base. Now Green Koopa Troopa whiffs that ball for strike one. Another outside pitch, but he watches that, and that's ball one. Curve through the middle is going to get slapped for a base hit. That is a good single for Green Koopa Troopa. That brings up Red Para. Watches that curveball go through the zone for strike one. Next curveball is hit to Shy Guy and thrown to Noki to end the inning. A 5-run inning for the Tax Evaders puts them back in the lead, but only by 2 runs. Another big inning for the Rocketeers could flip that on its head. They'll lead off with the very top of their lineup with Yoshi. What can Yoshi do here? Slaps it, but it's to Bowser, and that's an out. Green Paratroopa watches a pitch clip the outside of the plate. That's strike one. Next one goes down the middle, and a missed swing is strike two. Next pitch is also down the middle, but it's slapped through the middle of the infield, and that's a base hit for Green Para. Runner on base for Starred Fire Bro, but he'll opt to slap it, and that puts 2 runners on. Great slap contact for him there. Now we have Red Shy Guy up to bat. Red Shy Guy's charging. He hits this one deep to left field, and it gets down. That's a base hit for him. They're going to send Paratroopa home. They get it, and it's a 1-run game, 10-9. They still got 2 runners on base. Just 1 out on the inning. And next up is Yellow Magic Koopa. Magic Koopa misses for strike one. Next pitch is thrown outside for ball one. The next one is slapped foul for 2 strikes on the board. This one is hit, but it's straight to Black Shy Guy and thrown for the double play to second. 1 run scores for the Rocketeers, and the Tax Evaders are back up. With the slow part of the lineup now, the Rocketeers are hoping to end this inning quickly. Good slap from Peach, but it's not far enough, and Yoshi makes the play. Now they've got Black Shy Guy up to bat. He's been a pretty good batter so far, but that does not continue as he slaps it straight to Red Shy Guy. 2 outs now for Green Magikoopa. Slaps that first pitch foul. It's the second one, but Red Shy Guy makes the jumping play. And that will hold the Tax Evaders scoreless for an inning. That brings up the Rocketeers offense once more. Hopefully they can take the lead here in the bottom of the fourth. They slap this one well over the infield. And it's bobbled by Red Para, but that doesn't really change anything. Now Red Koopa Troopa is going for a bunt. It's down the third base line, but it goes foul. He wants a bunt again. Goes down the first base line. And they throw to second on an error from Bowser. Could have just tagged the runner going to first. And they're bunting again with Dixie Kong. Also down the first base line. There's no one at first. No, they make the play. Green Troopa runs over there. But they have just 1 out and 2 runners on second and third. So now Toadsworth hits a good slap hit, and that'll bring a runner in. Maybe 2. They do get 2. That's going to take the lead. A 2 RBI double from Toadsworth. What are we doing? Yeah, I don't know what those bunts were about, but hey, I guess they worked. And now they have the lead, and still 1 out on the inning. That gives Yoshi an opportunity to bat. He's charging, but misses there, and that's 2 strikes. An outside pitch is ball 1. Peach charging, a fastball down the middle, and that's a strikeout. It worked, but like not a single one of my batters has any confidence in themselves. Yeah, I mean that's the worst part of your lineup. The Dixie Kong specifically is not great. Ooh, but Green Para has racked up 2 strikes and strikes out there, and that's the inning. They take the lead, but nothing more. 11-10. Tax Evaders have a chance to answer back. They hit a deep shot there from Bowser Jr., but it doesn't go out. It just bounces off the wall for a fair ball. Hammer Bro charging, and that one is going to be gone. Hammer Bro puts the Tax Evaders back in the lead. Now 12-11. This game has been close, back and forth the whole time. As long as the Rocketeers can shut down the Tax Evaders the rest of this inning, it may stay close. However, with Boomerang Bro and Bowser up to bat, that is not guaranteed. 1-1 count so far for Boomerang Bro. And a strike curves through the outside corner. He's got 2 strikes now. A fastball, but he makes good contact. And that hits the foul pole. Just barely, but that is a home run for Boomerang Bro. A solo shot as Hammer Bro cleared the bases just before. But a home run for him nonetheless. I mean, as you can see on the totals on the right side, Hammer Bro has just 3 more homers than Boomerang Bro, and yet has 12 more RBI. Because he's always just clearing the bases off, so Boomerang Bro doesn't get anyone when he homers. We've also got Bowser up to bat, and that's a third. 3 in a row. 3 home runs for the Tax Evaders. That's a turkey in bowling. And the Tax Evaders extend their lead to 3 runs now. 14-11. Oh my gosh. Oh. Peach will slap on base to load them for none other than Black Shy Guy, who has had a decent game so far. I believe he's 2 for 3. Don't quote me on that, though. He gets a good slap hit there into the left field. That's going to score a runner. They're going for two, and they'll get it. 16-11. The tax evaders are starting to pull away. With still no outs on the inning, this is a big chance for them to rack up a lot of runs. Koopa has 2 strikes. Slaps this one to Blue Noki. That's the first out of the inning. But there's still 2 runners on base for Bowser Jr., who hits this one deep to left field, but it should be caught by Yoshi. No! He drops it. And that's going to be another run and base hit for the tax evaders. 17-11. Tax evaders are up by 6, and they've got Hammer Bro back to bat. He's got chemistry with Bowser Jr. again. This time he'll slap it. Yoshi should be able to get there. He won't drop this one, and that's the second out of the inning. Another chemistry chance from a home run hitter with Boomerang Bro, and that one might be gone. Yes, it is. It stays fair. Another close one, but that is a 3-run home run for Boomerang Bro. And the tax evaders are up 19-11. Oh, my bad, 20-11. My mistake. That brings up Bowser for the second time this inning. He'll send this one lined through to right field and make it on base. Now with green Koopa Troopa. Charges this one. It's deep. That one might be gone. A Koopa Troopa home run. Adding insult to injury. When your shitter character hits a home run, you know it's over. 22-11. The tax evaders have doubled the score of the Rocketeers. 12 runs in this inning. I just want to point out. In a single inning. And they're not stopping. Paratroopa got on base. Now they have Peach up to bat. Peach slaps one through the infield, and that's 2 runners on base. 2 runners on for Black Shy Guy. Takes strike 1 through the inside. Second pitch goes for a ball. This one's charged and lined through the infield. That should be a run scored, maybe 2. That will be 2, and in fact, that's a triple for Black Shy Guy. 24-11. Now it's Green Magic Koopa up to bat. He's got 2 strikes. This one is slapped to Red Shy Guy, and that's the out. That will end the inning finally after 14 runs score. The Rocketeers were looking great until that inning. Now even if they hit home runs with Fire Bro every time he comes up, I don't think it'll be enough. They will need some insane luck to come back and win this one. Down 13. They get one of them there. That's a Fire Bro home run. And it's 24-12. Next up, they have Red Shy Guy batting into Yellow Magic Koopa, then Blue Noki. And all of these batters are guaranteed, as there are no outs on the inning, but 2 strikes from Red Shy Guy makes it look like that could be all that they get. Red Shy Guy pops out to right field, and that earns a star for the tax evaders. Now Yellow Magic Koopa is up to bat. He's got a ball and a strike so far. This one is slapped to left field, but that's also straight to the outfielder. And that's 2 outs on the inning. Blue Noki now. Looking for something, it's also a pop fly to left field, and that will end the inning, just 1 run scored. Tax Evaders start off with Bowser Jr. yet again. They batted through their entire lineup twice in 1 inning. 24, I believe that is a new record for this league. As Bowser Jr. pops out to the right field. Let me double check. No, they scored 28 runs in Game 2 of Week 2. That one is not gone. That is a Toadsworth catch. And that one is guaranteed as he has the ability Super Catch. He will not drop balls in the outfield. And Boomerang Bro hits another one. The Tax Evaders really want to win this game. Still not slowing down, despite being up by, like, 13 runs. They really wanted that 13th run back. 12 was just not safe enough. Now they've got Bowser. Bowser slaps this one, and that's another home run. A slap homer for the Tax Evaders. We'll put them up 26-12. And we are just in the 6th inning. The Tax Evaders could certainly shatter their record of 28 runs. I think that's probably what they're going for at this point. The Rocketeers end the inning there. Yoshi catching that pop fly. The Rocketeers back up to bat. They've got Red Koopa Troopa, who hits it out to Green Koopa Troopa. Now there's Dixie Kong. She will get a good slap down over to the left field. That's going to be a double for her. Next up is Toadsworth. Toadsworth watches that curveball for strike 1. Slaps this one straight up the middle. And that'll put runners on the corners. Now we've got Yoshi. Will he use a star hit? No, Toadsworth is going to try and steal. Yoshi hits it high to right field, but it gets down. And that's a double for him. That scores another run. 26-13. They're staying at least half of the Tax Evader score. Star pitch from Peach. And it's missed by Green Para. But on the next pitch, he hits it himself. And they're going to go for 2 runs. And they make it. 26-15. It's an 11-run game. It's like that one basketball clip. They hit a big 3 to cut the lead to 42. Fire Bro pop flies out to right field. 2 outs on the inning. The Rocketeers have just 2 more chances to make this up. Now, based on their 7-run inning, it is possible. It is possible. It has to start here, and it won't, as Red Shy Guy strikes out. Down by 11. It's not looking good. Especially if the Tax Evaders can add on to their run total. They've got Red Para leading off for them. Red Para will slap to Red Shy Guy, and that's thrown to first for the out. That also earns a star for the Rocketeers. Their goal is to keep the Tax Evaders under 28. They do not want to be the team that has the record for the most runs scored against them. 2 strikes on Peach so far. But Peach makes contact there and makes it on base with a slap up the middle. Except his Black Shy Guy watches that fastball for strike one. Next pitch is a curveball. He makes good contact, but Red Koopa Troopa gets under it. Diving catch scores the second out of the inning. And then it's Green Magic Koopa up for the Tax Evaders. Star pitch from Dixie. It's slapped and dived by Noki. They'll stop the Tax Evaders at 26. They do not set the record. And the Rocketeers have a chance to bring this run differential down, at least. Always worth it to try your best, even when you're getting destroyed like this. Run differential could prove to be important at the end. Black Shy Guy catches that Magic Koopa slap, though, and that's the first out of the inning. Blue Noki now. Will need to get a good hit down, but slaps it again to Black Shy Guy. Red Koopa Troopa. What can Red Koopa do? He'll slap it, but Green Madge grabs it, and that's the game. A 26-15 win for the Tax Evaders. And they will keep their streak alive. They improve to 8-0. Rocketeers, 2-6. The MVP for this game is Boomerang Bro. He had quite the impressive total, scoring multiple home runs this game. 4 of them, in fact. Bowser got 2. Hammer Bro only got 1. That actually puts Boomerang Bro and Hammer Bro tied in terms of home runs at 18 apiece. Now, Hammer Bro is still leading in terms of RBI, just because he's so far ahead. But Boomerang Bro's catching up. And Bowser is as well, with his 2 home runs, 4 RBI, and 6 for 6 batting average. That's insane. Everyone doing well on this team. Green Madge going 2 for 6 was one of the worst. Hammer Bro was just 2 for 5. Interesting. I wonder what made one of his at-bats not count. And then, pitching-wise, Peach had 4 strikeouts. She used 2 star pitches. And then for the Rocketeers, they had 3 strikeouts using 5 star pitches. That's a rough-looking ERA, I'll be honest. 33.43. Offensively, the Rocketeers had a very rough couple of batters. Toadsworth did well. Dixie did pretty well. Yellow Magic Koopa hit 0. But he did get an RBI, so at least he hit like a sac fly or something. But honestly, this team did pretty solidly in terms of batting average. Just Yellow Magic Koopa. And it seems like the hits were just not timed well with each other. They just weren't able to get runners brought in when they had them on. An unfortunate game for the Rocketeers. Not much you can do against that. They score 15, but not enough to beat the Tax Evaders. And that will end our second game day. Tune in on Friday night for Game Day 3 of Week 3, the last set of games for this matchups. For the Lightning and Stars, it's a matchup to see who wins the series, as they split 1-1. The other 2 series have already been decided, as the Flock won both of the first 2, and the Tax Evaders won both of these. So this game will probably be first next time, and then the Stars and Lightning will be the last game, since that's going to be the deciding game for the series. Anyway, thank you for tuning in, and farewell.